Welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Juan Gonzalez along with Frida Garza to our poster presentation on Red Light Wellness, Women Embracing the Light. I have been here at UTRGV for many years and I don't quite recall having the passion that I've had as much as I have for Red Light Wellness because I have seen the tears, I have heard the stories of many of the women of the RGV in terms of their afflictions and how Red Light sessions have helped them. The summary of our purpose is going to be to highlight the timeline of red light therapy or photobiomodulation into contemporary times. At the conclusion of this presentation, I hope that you have seen kind of the history of it and kind of what it is and what it doesn't do and kind of where we're going with this. Our methodology was simple. We wanted to see if red light sessions, red light wellness would help many of these individuals, most of them being females, with the affliction that they had, like arthritis, fibromyalgia, having gone through physical therapy. Some of them came in wheelchairs. A lot of them were the elderly. They were just looking for some sort of form that would allow them to have less pain that they were experiencing on a daily basis. And I believe that all the world experts, and I agree 100% with them, red light therapy is not a cure for any condition. When we see individuals, one of the two things that we acknowledge, first of all, is that we do not acknowledge a medical condition because we're not clinicians and we're not treating anybody for medical conditions. That is up to the physicians and people in the healthcare arena. But what we do is we take more of a wellness approach. And if by taking this wellness approach, it happens to help them with whatever issues they may be having or pains or discomforts or mobility, then more power to them, and we're happy to do that. Our approach was simple. Having taught many years here at UTRGV, one of the things that I've come to understand is that students learn best when they engage. Students learn best when they do. Sitting in a classroom, absorbing the theory is great and they need that, but it's not until they start applying the theory to real life problems and solving some of those ailments in contemporary times is when they really have that aha moment of, oh, okay, this is how this is done. They tend to be more motivated and more engaged, and they really love the application of this. And this is the reason why I established the UTRGV Sports Science Initiative. I just wanted to find a venue, a platform where students can come together and start applying the things that they learn in the classroom. And it seemed to me that it was the perfect opportunity to use Red Light Wellness to teach students, one, where to go get certified nationally for red light therapy technicians, and two, being trained on how to apply this to individuals from all walks of life. Red light therapy or photobiomodulation is not new. If you go back across time, as far back as the Egyptians, you will find that the Egyptians knew back then that sunlight had some sort of healing property. And across time, as time progressed, people started looking at sunlight for some sort of healing wellness thing, whether it was sleeping better, whether it was just getting their vitamin D. Throughout time, there are specific points in time where very prominent individuals like Sir Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein got the Nobel Peace Prize for his work on photons. Photons means energy. Photobiomodulation was the appropriate term that they named. Photo means photons, energy. Biomodulation means that it can either modulate up, like increasing ATP or energy productions, or it can modulate down, which means reduce inflammation. So it is probably the perfect term. And there are very prominent scientists and organizations such as NASA. NASA started experimenting with red light therapy, red light, to see if it would help plants grow out in space. And by some strange coincidence, some of the people that had cuts and abrasions on their hand, they started healing faster. So NASA started looking into, well, what's in this red light that maybe has something to do with healing properties? And they did. They learned that it actually causes cell proliferation. It just helps people heal faster, which has a lot of implications potentially for the diabetic population with ulcers and things like that. So that's where I see the blend between the medical community, researchers, and uh, photobiomodulation or individuals in exercise science kind of coming together and trying to see if we can find a better approach to helping individuals heal, which has a lot of application in the military sense if you think about it. Dr. Michael Hamlin is probably the world's expert on photobiomodulation. He has done hundreds of studies, very well constructed studies on the effects of uh, red light, which operates in the 630 nanometer range, and 850, which is getting into the near infrared light, which all operates within the electromagnetic spectrum. Many researchers have already done and substantiated its effects on things like that. It does work. Could it be better? Yes, there's still research going on. But probably the one thing that most people quite don't agree on is the dosing. They don't all agree on what is the optimum wavelength. Is it 930? Is it 660? Is it 900? Is it 1,000? What is the distance between panels if you're getting red light sessions from a panel somewhere? How many times a week are you going to be getting? So the dosing seems to be the one thing that everybody's still questioning in terms of what is the optimal dosing. It is not at this time reimbursable through insurance. Therefore, obviously you can't get this covered by insurance companies. So it's out of pocket pay if you're doing this. A lot of wellness centers are now doing red light therapy as part of their services. We at UTRGV has started a long list of IRB approved research investigations on acute and chronic pain, which is still ongoing. We're getting ready to start one on primary dysmenorrhea and how is it affected by red light therapy or near infrared light. We also have one that is getting close to being approved with green light therapy and how it affects circadian rhythms and the quality of sleep. So we have a lot of exciting things that we probably will be collecting data for the next 2 years to see how it affects those things. I kind of know how it affects because we've seen hundreds and hundreds of people from all walks of life with all kinds of afflictions and have seen the positive effect that it's had on individuals. But probably the major findings that this poster presentation I hope shares with you is the community engagement, and at the forefront of all this have been our exercise science majors, pre-PT, pre-OT students who are my research assistants who have been involved with this since day one and that have gone out into the community, for example, to Border Patrol conferences that they have here locally, or whether it's talking to state troopers. We've gone to 3 Border Patrol workshops where they want to hear more about red light therapy. So our students are the ones going out there and helping with that sort of thing. We also have gone to coaching clinics and taking the red light panels and seeing how this can affect potentially athletic performance in terms of recovery or performance in competition with red light and near infrared light. So we've had a lot of positive experiences with all kinds of individuals. We hope that at some point in time we get a big grant because we recently had a grant that we had applied for through the Melinda Gates Foundation and Pivotal for a $3.4 million grant where we were wanting to build a $1 million facility at UTRGV to provide this at a much, much higher elite level and then replicate that same model across the valley and then potentially replicate that model across the United States, given Melinda Gates' stature. But what I'm most proud of is the fact that our students are the ones providing this. Once they're nationally certified as a red light technician and they get trained, it is they who are meeting and greeting and working with the community. And we hope that this is just a small step forward because we have so much more to accomplish in the RGV and across the state for that matter. And we hope that we've shed a little bit of light on what photobiomodulation is, red light wellness, women embracing the light. And the reason we titled Women Embracing the Light is it's a true story. We had a woman whose husband passed away during COVID, and she had been suffering from depression. We didn't know that till she told us that. And she said she comes out of a red light session saying that she feels wonderful. Her attitudes have changed completely. When she started the red light, she said, "I'm embracing the light." And I said, "Ooh, that sounds fantastic. Do you mind if I use that?" So Women Embracing the Light came from one of our clients who was so humbled by the effect that it had on her, that she was embracing the light. And I don't know how to share this with you all. It is profound and amazing to see the women and the effect that it has on them, and that it is our students providing this service to them. We hope this is only a very small step in what we can achieve. I just hope that administration takes note of what we're doing and provides us with more help, because as I tell everybody, we can do more. We build it and they are coming, but we can do more. But we need everybody's help. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Goodbye.